meeting represents an important milestone in our shared commitment to the women, peace and security agenda and the inclusive regional cooperation across the Great Lakes. Over the past months, with the support of the GIZ, International Lot has been working closely with women cross-border traders, community leaders, and local stakeholders to better understand their lived experiences, obstacles they face, and most importantly, the contribution they make in peace-building sector. Their resilience is a powerful reminder that women are not only victims of the conflict, they are also agents of peace and economic recovery. However, the consultation also revealed that these women remain largely excluded from decision-making spaces related to peace processes in the Great Lakes region. Their voices are rarely acknowledged in the national or regional dialogues, and their contribution to peace building is sufficiently recognized. Addressing this gap is one of the objectives of today's meeting.
On behalf of the Germany Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, BMZ, IWPS project works in close partnership with the ICJLA, LMRC, NGOs, and the civil society, ensure that local women's voices are not just heard, but meaningfully integrated into region peace and security frameworks. Across the region, IWPS project has to date supported 25 women-led organizations through grassroots grants, contribute to the appointment of the 2 women as former mediator in an African Union peace process, and helped ensure that 6 WPS recommendations were incorporated into the ICJ Heads of State Summit communication. Today is a reflection on fundings from Rwanda, Burundi, and the DRC is a direct expression of the commitment translating women's lived realities into evidences that can shape region policy.
This moment represents more than a presentation of findings from the grassroots qualitative consultations with women cross-border traders in Rwanda, Burundi, and DRC. It also marks an important step towards ensuring that the voices and experiences of women and community are meaningfully reflected in our regional policies and action plans for the Great Lakes region. This initiative responds to a critical priority, ensuring that local perspectives are meaningfully inform implementation of women peace and security agenda. This workshop demonstrates our strong commitment to promoting inclusive multi-stakeholder engagement and collaboration. It provides an important opportunity to ensure that the findings from these consultations are translated into concrete actions and effectively integrated into regional networks.
Ladies and gentlemen, women cross-border traders play a critical role in sustaining livelihoods, enhancing food security, and fostering regional integration. Despite their immense contribution, they continue to face numerous challenges, including insecurity along trade corridors, harassment, limited access to finance, inadequate infrastructure, policy, and regulatory barriers. A key primary finding from this research is the urgent need to systematically integrate the lived experiences, priorities, and protection of the needs of women cross-border traders into existing regional frameworks. The consultations clearly demonstrate that while regional instruments and protocols exist, there remains a gap between policy commitments and the realities on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, this underscores the need for more inclusive, gender-responsive, and context-appropriate peace-building strategies. It is therefore imperative that these findings inform regional frameworks, including action plans, trade facilitation policies, and peace-building mechanisms across the Great Lakes region. Let us commit to ensuring that the voices captured through this research are reflected in regional decision-making processes and translated into tangible improvements in policy and practice.
I keep hearing about the Borderlands program, and it's very interesting because along various borders where we work in Ethiopia, Moyale, Busia, Uganda, and other borders, the same issues are there. So I think it's a very interesting thing that we are also learning from as a country and as a regional program. Special thanks to GIZ for the continued support. We really appreciate the fact that you enable us to continue doing this together with the communities and the women in these locations.
Those who are presenting the data and the information here, it hasn't been that easy because collecting data, I know it's qualitative, but qualitative needs interpretation. Quantitative, we just put the number. But when it is qualitative, you need to interpret each data. So thank you so much. I want to assure you that SCGLR is affirming its commitment in making sure that it brings all the women together and we're working together to resolve the existing challenges that you are facing. And we'll take all the recommendations through Madam Director here and make sure that we compile it and channel it to the decision makers as soon as they are completed.